Sunshine. So I'm not sure if some of you have heard of this sermon or message by a pastor of the name of Philip Anthony Mitchell. And a part of his sermon has gone viral. And the part that has gone viral is when he said, "Stop blaming white cops for killing black children. Instead, teach your children to obey authorities." Now, the message speaks more than just that, but that's the part that has gone viral. So for those of you who have not heard the sermon, I want to play a little bit of it and let you hear it and give your take on it, and I'll come back with mine. Here we go.
Stop blaming white cops for the killing of black kids. Instead, teach your black children to be obedient towards authority. And I don't care if most of y'all are black. You need to teach your children to obey authority. We need to teach our sons and daughters to obey authority. We need to teach our children to not fight against authority, not fight against cops, not rebel. Be model citizens. Stop being rebellious towards authority. Be submitted to laws and ordinances. Stop parking in handicapped spaces unless you want a reason to park there. Pay your taxes and stop cheating on your documents. I'm going to go deep. I'm about to get everybody mad. Stop bending your numbers. Watch. The Lord said, give back to Caesar what belongs to him. That is, be submitted to governmental authority. See, now watch. I see all of y'all looking at me. You know why you're looking at me like that? Because you don't read. After Jesus is resurrected, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. When I was 15 years old, I'm walking up Hollis. I'm walking down Hollis in Queens. And an Italian cop drove right by me. And I locked eyes with the cop, and we stared at each other, and he drove by. My ego and his ego. No cameras, no iPhones, no social media, no recordings. And then he says one word to me. Listen to what he says to me. This is what he says to me. He says to me, watch, say something. And in that moment, I hear the voice of my mom and my father. Son, obey authority. Son, respect your elders. Son, don't be in trouble out there with the police. Son, make sure you listen to people when they talk, and I can hear them blah, 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 blah. No. And in that moment, with that Glock pressed to my head, I got to make a decision. Either my ego is going to be strong, God, or my submission to authority is going to be stronger than my ego. And if I have not been taught to obey authority, and because I'm not saved, I'm separated from God now for all eternity. By a cop's bullet. Why? Because my ego was stronger than my submission.
So, my take is this. The Bible even speaks on obeying the laws of the land. So, I think what he was trying to say is, no, we're not giving a pass to white cops who abuse, who kill black people just because. That's not what he's saying at all. But what he is saying is that sometimes as black people, yes, I'm outside, we have to take responsibility for our actions. We know that a lot of the youth of today, and I'm speaking because I have two young people, some of them tend to walk around with a chip on their shoulder. They feel like nobody can tell them anything. You know, a lot of them do not want to listen to authority. And he's basically saying that sometimes listening, obliging, obeying authority, the law, can save your life. Sometimes you have to put down, I'm walking home. Sometimes you have to put down your ego to save your life. So once again, he's not giving a pass for hatred. He's trying to teach young people especially to obey authority. Rules were put in place for a reason. Okay? The world does not only revolve around you. You have to adapt to the lands of the law. Are a lot of them fair? Not at all. But it is what it is. And as long as you live in a particular land on earth, you have to abide by the rules. Simple. Okay, so let me know what your take is on his sermon. And I will say this, to be fair, listen to the entire sermon. Don't just base your opinion on the first couple of sentences, paragraphs, seconds, or even minutes of the sermon. And I think that's what has caused the rift or the problem or the backlash from social media, because they only heard that first part, honey, and ran with it. That's why it's important to hear the entire message. Okay, so let me know what you think down in the comments, and let's chit chat about it. All right, and until then, y'all have what? A wonderfully blessed day. See you later.